Brother, I thought we were done. Ilmore, the engine guys just came over here, pulled the valve cover off. Number 6 valve spring is broken in half. I don't remember if it's intake or exhaust, like broken in half.
Cleetus McFarland just skipped the traditional racing ladder and went straight into NASCAR. And Dale Earnhardt Jr. doesn't have a single issue with it. In fact, he thinks it's smart. If you don't know him, Cleetus is a YouTuber with more than 4 million subscribers who's known for wild car builds and insane racing videos. His real name is Garrett Mitchell, and he's been creating automotive content since 2009. He started off filming for the car media company 1320 Video, but eventually left to chase his own vision full-time. That move would end up changing his life. Over the years, McFarland has built what can only be called a racing empire. His first big creation was Leroy, a Corvette stripped down to its frame and roll cage, one of the most recognizable cars on the internet. Then came Mullet, an El Camino turned into a turbocharged drag monster. But his biggest achievement came when he bought the old DeSoto Speedway in Florida, fixed it up, and renamed it the Freedom Factory. He also co-owns Bradenton Motorsports Park. At this point, Cleetus isn't just a YouTuber, he's a serious player in grassroots motorsports. Before NASCAR, McFarland tried just about every form of racing he could get his hands on. In 2022, he raced in the Stadium Super Truck Series at Long Beach, California. He was leading on the final lap until a rough landing sent him spinning. Then he moved into drag racing and found real success. At Bristol Motor Speedway, he finished third in one event and won another in 2023. But the big dream was NASCAR, and that's where his story took a wild turn. Most racers start young, working through the ranks. Go-karts, late models, ARCA, trucks, Xfinity, and finally Cup. That's the normal path. But McFarland said forget all that and went straight from YouTube to the ARCA Menard series. Guys like Connor Zilish and Corey Heim climbed the ladder step by step, and even William Byron came from sim racing. But Cleetus, he came straight from the internet, skipped everything, and decided to jump in headfirst. Instead of criticizing him, Dale Earnhardt Jr. actually praised the move. He explained on his podcast that there's no rulebook for how someone gets into NASCAR. He said he watched Cleetus's in-car footage from Bristol and could see he was learning in real time, figuring out where to push, how to save the car, and how to adapt. That ability to learn fast really impressed Dale Jr. He said it's not unheard of for someone in their 30s to start right in ARCA. It's risky, sure, but not impossible. Jr. said, if that's what you want to do, go do it. Some drivers follow tradition, but others create their own path. And McFarland is doing just that. He's 30 years old, financially secure from YouTube, and has the freedom to focus purely on getting better. He's passionate, serious, and willing to put in the work. And that's what matters most. In February 2025, McFarland made his official ARCA debut at Daytona driving the number 30 Ford for Rhett Jones Racing under his real name, Garrett Mitchell. He showed solid speed in practice, qualified 31st, but got caught in a multi-car wreck a quarter into the race. He ended up finishing 30th. Not the result he wanted, but still a huge milestone. After Daytona, he visited JR Motorsports in Mooresville, North Carolina, and finally met Dale Jr. in person. He called him the man, the myth, the legend, and later appeared on the Dale Jr. Download podcast on February 20th. The two talked for nearly 2 hours, and fans loved every minute of it. Not long after that, McFarland posted a photo of a black pickup truck modeled after Dale Sr.'s famous number 3 car, complete with a spoiler and old-school lettering. He tagged Dale Jr. and Dirty Mo Media with the caption, "Big video dropping in the morning." Dale Jr. reacted with just a pair of eye emojis on X, and fans went crazy. Then in April, before McFarland's second ARCA race at Talladega, Dale Jr. decided to give him a personal driving lesson. They drove around the massive track together as Jr. pointed out the best lines, every bump, and the tricks to managing airflow in the draft. With 6 Cup wins at Talladega and another in Xfinity, Dale Jr. knows every inch of that place. At one point, Dale started explaining how to do a solo qualifying lap. McFarland laughed and told him ARCA does group qualifying instead. They joked about it, with Cleetus saying he'd just have to lead the pack or convince everyone to watch the video afterward. They toured the Talladega Museum, and Dale Jr. even took a spin in McFarland's Dale-inspired truck. When race day came, McFarland said his goals were simple: finish the race, keep the car clean, and if possible, move up through the field. Despite engine issues during the event, he powered through and finished inside the top 10, a massive improvement from Daytona. After the race, fans swarmed him for interviews. His personality was shining through, the same energy people love from his YouTube channel, and it's clear NASCAR fans are starting to appreciate what he brings to the table. Not long after that, McFarland appeared on Kevin Harvick's Happy Hour podcast, where he admitted he hadn't been much of a NASCAR fan until recently. Greg Biffle had been the one to encourage him to try stock cars. At first, McFarland told Biffle he wanted to go straight into the Cup Series, but after getting a real look at how tough the sport is, he realized that'd be a huge mistake. He also talked with Corey LaJoie on the Stacking Pennies podcast, saying, "The dumbest thing I could do is try to do what everyone else is doing and jump straight to Cup. Then you just look like an idiot." He knows his audience and sponsors would follow him anywhere, but he doesn't want to rush it. He's focused on learning the craft first. Originally, McFarland set a goal of racing in the Daytona 500 by 2027, but now he's not so sure. He said, "Now that I know just a smidge about NASCAR, I still think that might be too early. Those guys are on another level." It's a mature take, and exactly what Dale Jr. wanted to hear. By the end of 2025, McFarland had made 4 ARCA starts, including Bristol, and he's continuing to build experience. Dale Jr. says he hopes to see Cleetus run more ARCA races and maybe try a truck race in the future. The main thing is, he's staying in NASCAR and showing steady growth. The fans are loving every bit of it. Whenever McFarland and Dale Jr. post something together, social media goes wild. One fan said if Dale Jr. ever showed up to race at McFarland's Freedom 500 event, they'd buy tickets on the spot. Another said they love seeing Jr. doing podcasts, working on TV projects, and teaming up with guys like Cleetus to bring new fans into NASCAR. Dale Jr. might have stepped away from full-time racing back in 2017, but his influence hasn't gone anywhere. Through his podcast, his broadcasting work, and now these collaborations, he's helping introduce a new generation to stock car racing. He's become a bridge between NASCAR's old school and its modern online audience. What makes this whole story work is that Cleetus McFarland isn't doing this just for attention. He's genuinely passionate about racing. At Daytona, he even live-streamed his in-car footage, bringing thousands of new people to watch ARCA for the first time. His interviews are funny and unfiltered, but behind the jokes, you can tell he's serious about learning and improving. Cleetus McFarland went from filming burnout videos to running wheel-to-wheel at Daytona and Talladega. He's showing that passion, hard work, and a love for cars can open doors in NASCAR, even if you start from YouTube instead of go-karts. And with Dale Earnhardt Jr. in his corner, this story's only getting started.